Porto, representing here different identities and values and cultures. A rivalry between the two big cities of the nation. No surprise then that feelings run high when they meet over a football match. Red on blue and white, eagle on dragon. It doesn't take too much imagination to understand how big this is, fueled by so many factors both on and off the field. It is one of those games in Portuguese cultural and sporting society. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism. This guy is one of the more prolific Italian strikers, Andrea Bellotti. Although for a time he was accused of being a big fish in a small pond, Peter, I don't think there's any...
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Been taken short. Can he deliver? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the cock. Climbs up big! Succumbs to the pressure.
Well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
And he's managed to get free. And that's been won straight back. And he's pulled him up for that challenge. Chance from a dead ball situation. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Fabio Vieira! To Kolu. Oh, is this? Varela. Thiago Jalo, João Mario, Varela, João Mario, tearing after the ball here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Great work on the overlap. Bard could try cutting inside here. Crossed into the box. Diogo Costa is there to take. Perez. noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He's in plenty of space here. Horsness. Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Because of that first goal now, it's a great opportunity to make a one-way traffic and add to this lead.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's a throw. Back to Kolu. He's making a real surge on the left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Horsness. Fabio Vieira. Looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Florentino Luis. Oh, good spread. Nice physical challenge. Benfica have a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Varela. Perez. Thiago Jalo. João Mario. Could be danger here. Pepe's cross. Does really well to win the ball there. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Jalo Wins the duel this time. Mario carries the ball down the right. To Aktukolu. Well, they could break here. Knocks it out wide. And the ball's a good one here. Can he find the finish? Well, that is rather wayward.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
PES, gently done. It back and can go again. Thiago Jalo. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, lovely feeding, is such a good mover. Great defending, strong and determined. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He expected better, and so did he. It's gone out for a throw-in. Florentino Luis. Ball played for Kutchu. And it's Di Maria. Now it's Bellotti. Out towards the flank. Di Maria. Delivery by Barr. Put paid to that. He's found a way through. Ball played for Kutchu. And it's played forward. It's oh, fine stop from the keeper. Yep. And the first half is done. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Thiago Jalo. Pepe. Played out wide. João Mario! Good effort, he got plenty on that.
And that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Time, excellent interception. Varela. Perez.
1
Thiago Jalo. João Mario. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Ball played for Kukçu. Nicely intercepted. Thiago Jalo. That's really well manoeuvred. And they win it back again. Florentino Luis. Ball played for Kukçu. Pepe. That's a good ball played into space. Di Maria shifted upfield. Thiago Jalo. João Mario. And it goes cross-field. Di Maria absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Belotti. It's a good foot in there. It's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Perez cuts out the pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
There will be a throw-in. Belotti. Ball played for Kukçu. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Thiago Jalo. Fabio Vieira.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Quality ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Florentino Luis. And he's picked out the run. Pass is intercepted. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. That's beautifully weighted. Benfica have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's Pelotti. Akçakolu. Looking for a corner. It's going to be pulled back for that one. Pelotti. Oh, super find. That could spell trouble. He's got away. Plenty to aim at here. And the finish! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Porto making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Porto got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Di Maria does really well to win the ball there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Swung over into the middle. That is out of play. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oh, easy pickings there. João Mario in towards the middle. Andre Franco. Chance! Oh, his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Bar. Antonio Silva, forwards and with intent. Question, that's a foul.
Porto merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
One more try! And that has been clubbed away. Bar wins the duel this time.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He has found the way through. Shot a goal! Just needed better contact. Florentino Luis. Otamendi. Orsnes. Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Look, their supporters must be going balmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
Benfica desperately searching for the winner here. Out to the right. Gonna throw it. Swept in. And through to the goalkeeper. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Right on the edge of the penalty area, what's he getting here? And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And that is not finding anyone. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So that's it, it is all over. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Their share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it and, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time. difference here.
This guy is one of the more prolific Italian strikers, Andrea Bellotti. Although for a time he was accused of being a big fish in a small pond, Peter, I don't think there's any doubting his qualities in front of goal now. He's got good pace, we know that, but great finishing off both feet. He's a really fine example of a very good striker.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. That'll be a throw-in. Thiago Jallo. Now Eustachio. Perez. Thiago Jallo. Perez. Fabio Vieira. Pepe. Perez. Into the middle. Antonio Silva tries to clear. There's the shot! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
That's a nice ball. That's an excellent interception. Oh, what a big chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And it's Di Maria. Di Maria. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
In towards the middle. Good play for Kokchu. Do have a chance to counter here. Di Maria. Good play for Kokchu. It's good running with the ball. Ball by the goalkeeper. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And it's Di Maria. It's gone out for a throw-in. It's a mighty effort!
To step up again.
João Mario. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's a throw. Chu. Aim forwards. Here's Di Maria. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Florentino Luis. Now it's Bellotti. And he's lost his man here. Proves too strong. It's really well manoeuvred. He's played him through. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's Fabio Vieira! Just needed better contact.
Porto, well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Chu, Florentino Luis. Played towards the other side. Throw in. Bar shifted upfield. Great defending, strong and determined. Di Maria in acres of space out wide. That's a foul, and the whistle's gone. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. First. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Perez concedes a free kick for that. And he is shown a yellow card. Florentino Luis. Pepe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of in with a header! Moved on forwards. Time and again they are repelled. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's played forward. Fernandez, gently done. Florentino Luis. Chu. And he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Di Maria! Back to Kolu. Oh, great ball! Delivery by Bar. And that's been well dealt with. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Grujic. Fabio Vieira. Grujic. Di Maria gets it clear. It's a throw. Di Maria providing an outlet on that flank. It's going to go a long way. Fernandez with finesse. Di Maria. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. So who's he picking out? Oh, that's nice. Moved on forwards. Half-time whistle goes. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
It's a throw-in. Di Maria. Orsnes. To Aktukolu. He is through here. Pepe does really well to win the ball there. Chu. Deftly done. Nicely worked. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Oh, they could be caught out here. Fabio Vieira! That would have been some goal.
Oh, after such a great run, I'm expecting him to go all the way, and instead, he just lost his way.
Otamendi. Bar. Florentino Luis. Well, it's a safety in numbers approach to defending here.
Yeah, but dropping deep can bring more trouble.
Yeah?
Well, shots from distance and space in wider positions, besides the obvious issue of inviting most of your opposition high up the pitch.
Di Maria. Picks it up out wide. And the shots!
Pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Benfica are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Eustachio. Played in early. And it's hoisted clear. Out of play for a throw. That looks a good ball. Oh, he's dealt with that well. Eustachio. Antonio Silva gets it away. But there's going to be another change here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that the...
Just the keeper to beat! He's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Yellow or red? It is red! Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Porto are down to 10 men.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done. Wasn't a bad effort. I mean, you could see his intention. It just needed a bit more curl and bend to take it away from the goalkeeper.
No way through there. Ball played for Kokchu. Luis, laid out towards the right wing. Kokchu. Lujic getting this one clear. Back to Kolu. Belotti finds himself offside. Couple of changes then in quick succession. It's out for a goal kick. Porto making another change here. Luis has found the net here, of course. Over to the left. Really well manoeuvred. And that could... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Has a goal! Dispatched clinically. Back within one. They have them in their sights again.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
It's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Porto get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Florentino Luis. Crossed into the middle. And it's played forward. Hits one! Oh, that was no routine save.
Grujic is offering a right smile there.
Di Maria shifted upfield. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Otamendi aim forwards. Pepe. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And that has been cleared. Oh, easy pickings. It's Pepe! That could come back to haunt them.
Oh, that could prove a pivotal moment in this match. They needed that goal badly, you know. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, he's found him in space. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
And now he has two. Benfica have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Benfica go 2 up and into a position of real strength. Di Maria. Di Maria making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, perfectly measured that. Could be danger here. And that has been clubbed away and reclaimed it in a trice. Played forward, now it's Belotti. Belotti, oh, good spread, thinks one through. He's shifting through the gears here. He could be in here. He has found the way through.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He's got away. Lamassa. And he's managed to get free. Oh, terrible pass. And the shot! Benfica making consecutive changes here. Luiz taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he could feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Ball's out once more. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's in here! Porto with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. And he's there to clear it. Grujic knocks it out wide. Vieira has it in a wide position. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Grujic forwards and that will be the final act. Performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye. Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Nicholas Otamendi. He's a fine defender, both in the air and on the ground, and a real tough competitor who...
Chance! Split-second reaction.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
Di Maria. Porto. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Let's go back for a throw-in. Harsness. He's fouled him there. It's not taken him long. That's going to be a booking. Now it's Florentino Luis. João Mario. That'll be a throw-in. Good play for Kokchu. To Aktukolu. Referee's given a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Fabio Vieira. Di Maria. Barr. Harsness. Aim forwards. No, that is pretty much the end of that. He has found the way through. Kokchu. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Good play for Kokchu. That's been won straight back. And he's lost his man here. And the shot! Goal! Porto! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
Porto, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
I think for them to get their noses in front away from home is brilliant, but these home fans will demand a response.
That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. And claimed it back swiftly. Back to Kolu. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Barr. And they've got a throw. Jallo. Perez. Moura. Perez. Playing crossfield, changing the point of attack. Thiago Jallo. Perez. Pepe. The fullback is in acres of space here. Moved on forwards. Arsnes. Florentino Luis. Di Maria. Bar forwards and with intent. Porto. That has been clear. Florentino Luis. Head out towards the right wing. Florentino Luis. To Aktukolu. Arsnes. Now it's Belotti. It's Belotti! Certainly made things interesting.
Well, what a convincing response to going behind. They've got all the momentum now.
João Mario. Moura going full steam ahead down the left flank. That's really well manoeuvred. The counter is on. That's well seen too. Pepe. Otamendi. And it's played forward. Ball played for Kukcu. Di Maria providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, what a climb! Just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Defending, but that'll do. Pepe was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's done with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Florentino Luis. Oh, he's found some space here. And he cuts out the supply. Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira. Moura. And out it comes again. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Can he finish? Goal! Porto! And they've got their lead back. Terrible error. Duly punished. And now he has just two. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. That's going to be a booking. Otamendi. Bar. Grujic. Di Maria shifted upfield. Back to Kolu. In with the challenge. From Mario, gently done. Otamendi. Moved on forwards. Di Maria is onto it in a flash. Great hit! Volleyd effort.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
That's really well manoeuvred. Half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Porto head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Moura. João Mario. Thiago Jalo. Moura. Grujic. He is through here. Can he put it away? Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better.
Porto, look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
That one. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. It's a throw. Perez. Benfica keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Porto making another change here. Renato Sanchez. A little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
João Mario. Moura is on a run down the left wing. Now Eustáquio. João Mario. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. No surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Renato Sanchez. Horsness. This has gone, that's foul. Gonçalo Borges gets his final warning. Back to Kolu. To the pressure. It's played into space. Renato Sanchez. Drilled in low. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Any further progress now. Gonçalo Borges. And that's aimed into the middle. Antonio Silva with the clearance. Otamendi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Lovely bit of skill. Antonio Silva shifted upfield. Thiago Jalo. Grujic has created one goal already. Moura. There will be a throw-in. substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of it.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. That's well done, really robust. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Benfica have got it back and they'll have another go. Gonçalo Borges. Overhaul. Overhaul. Ball's gone out of the way. Checks on the touchline. A change out to a goal.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Otamendi. Di Maria chasing after it. Renato Sanchez, forwards and with intent. Gonçalo Borges. Now Ustaki. Perez. Now Ustaki. Into the box.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Renato Sanchez gets a foot in here and he thumps it clear. And he's straight offside.
Kukçu really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again,
Kukçu! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Kukçu really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Benfica making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Morrisness gets a good foot in there. This is gone, that's a foul. Di Maria. Now here's the delivery. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Time added on 4 minutes. Orsnes. Gonzalo Borges does really well to win the ball there. He's found a way through. Just the goalkeeper. How about that? That is delicious! A finish of true class. And the lead is extended still further. The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Orsnes. Renato Sanchez. Now it's Belotti. Belotti. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. And the referee shapes to shoot! Great football, shot and save. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Porto can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. The end of the game. Reflections?
Porto really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.